Brothers, the time has come once again to delve into some interesting legends that you can build your commander decks around. I've been going through the Resident Evil games on PS5 Pro. RE4 Remake is incredible on a big 4K TV with ray tracing and all that fun stuff. Dude, I got a surround sound with Dolby Atmos. Come on, brother. Made me want to check out some sweet zombies for Magic the Gathering. Let's talk about some sleeper zombie commanders. And we're going to chat about building them. But first, hit that subscribe button. Don't worry, it's not a trap. There it is. You won't get gnawed on by a zombie, but you will get my videos. As always, thanks and love to the patrons. You guys make it happen. You keep me from having to divert Russian oil money into my operation. I thank you, and the oligarchs thank you. Zombies, man. Zombies have access to some cards that make a tribal deck a little better, a little more viable. Sorry to the Maori tribe out there, but I'm talking about minotaurs and zombies here. I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just that I've been saying tribal for like 25 years, alright? But I will try to say kindred or creature type or whatever. But there are multiple lords, cards that give all your zombies, or zombies you control, +1/+1, or some other boon, flying, all that stuff. We have the Death Baron, Diregraph Captain, Lord of the Accursed, Cemetery Reaper, Ratadrabic with the Vigilance, Undead War Chief, Hordewing Scab, Lord of the Undead, Tomb Tyrant. There's just a supreme critical mass of these effects, and mostly they're pretty cheap to buy. Then you have these staples like Noxious Ghoul, Cleaver Scab, Necroduality, Rooftop Storm, Graveborn Muse, so much stuff that just synergizes with zombies and tokens. You could almost just build a deck with these zombie staples and the zombie lords and you're good to go. You also have Mass Graveyard Recursion that every creature type has access to, like Patriarch's Bidding, Twilight's Call, Haunting Voyage, but you also have access to Zombie Apocalypse. So this is 6 mana, 3 of it black for a sorcery. Return all zombie creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, then destroy all humans. So most of these cards are blue and or black. So any combination thereof, you know, maybe white or red, those are super colors. You could also dip into green with this guy. Sidisi Brood Tyrant, 1 black, green, and a blue, legendary creature, Snake Shaman. It's a 3/3. Whenever this guy enters or attacks, mill 3 cards. Whenever one or more creature cards are put in your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Mill zombies, small instances of mill because it says 1 or more. You're going to be reanimating zombies. You're going to do mass reanimation of zombies and get access to the green good stuff that makes decks run like butter dripping off a hot biscuit. I'm talking about that ramp, baby. You also get access to some interesting green zombies. You have the Underrealm Lich out here. 3 black and a green, creature, zombie, elf, shaman. It's a 4/3. If you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Has pay 4 life. This guy gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. I like this fella. He's got that Ozempic look. You know, he's kind of hollowed out. He's a skinny legend. He's got that fleshy cape. That's a lot of fun on a Saturday night too. Then we have White of the Reliquary, black and a green creature, zombie knight. It's a 2/2 with vigilance. This guy gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Has tap, sack another creature, search your library for a land card, any land card, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. I mean, turn those tokens into land, dude. This does a ton of work, especially if you have some land-based combos. Now this is a very cool card that a lot of people haven't seen, the Sludge Titan. It's 4 and 2 hybrid black-green. For 6 mana for a creature zombie giant. It's a 6/6 with trample. Not bad. Whenever it enters or attacks, mill 5 cards. You may put a creature and or a land card from among them into your hand. A hideous living residue of countless corpses dissolving anonymously in the scummy depths. Sounds like my room, dude. What a loser. This guy's making slime on YouTube with those kids, man. But he only gets 50 views because he ain't handsome like Nikki G. And of course, the Tato Farmer. This guy's 2 and a green, zombie mutant peasant. It's a 1/4 with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you may get 2 rad counters. It's that mill, baby. Tap, put target land in a graveyard that was milled this turn onto the battlefield under your control tapped. Try one. They're disgusting. I mean, listen, man, it's not the first time I've heard that, right? Looks like that Simpsons episode when they crossed tomato and tobacco and made a tobacco, and everybody went nuts, you know? Classic Homer, dude. This feeds the mill, which is super nice. Now, Sidisi also counts things like Buried Alive. Search your library for up to 3 creature cards, put them into your graveyard, then shuffle. You know, Sidisi says whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So they're going from the library to the yard, no stops, so make your zombie token. Speaking of Buried Alive, take a look at this guy, straight out of Resident Evil. Ludevic Decklist. Blue and a black, legendary creature, human wizard. It's a 2/3. Whenever this guy enters or attacks, mill a card. Has X, blue, blue, black, black. Exile X creature cards from your graveyard. Transform it. X can't be 0, activate only as a sorcery. Transforms into Ludevic's Hubris, the Olag out there. It's a 4/4. As this creature transforms into Olag, it becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with it, except its name is Olag. It's a 4/4. And it's a legendary blue and black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on Olag equal to the number of creature cards exiled with it. So this guy kind of sucks, right? He's like a worse Lazav the Multifarious, or does he suck, right? First off, he's a bald fella. He's mixing potions, he's mixing tinctures, trying to get that hairline back. And instead, he becomes a hulking monstrosity with beautiful golden hair like Iggy Pop, dude. But you can get into some Necrotic Ooze combos, Buried Alive Necrotic Ooze, Pilly Pala, Palladium Myrrh, you got yourself a damn deck. Anytime I can Necrotic Ooze, I'm a happy camper. You also have Mirror Mad Phantasm shenanigans. 3 blue blue, creature spirit, it's a 5/1, has flying and 1 blue. Mirror Mad Phantasm's owner shuffles it into their library. If that player does, they reveal cards from the top of that library until a card named Mirror Mad Phantasm is revealed. The player puts that card onto the battlefield and all other cards revealed this way into their graveyard. If no card named Mirror Mad Phantasm is revealed, possibly because it was a card copying Mirror Mad Phantasm or it was a token, all cards from that library will be put into their owner's graveyard. So you get Lab Maniac out there, Thassa's Oracle, and just nix your entire deck, dude. Or just make it into a classic Demir reanimator, toss in some combos, whatever you want to do, dude. Toss in an Obsessive Stitcher, Likeness Looter, those types of crazy cards, the aforementioned Lazav the Multifarious. You could also get a little surgical with a Reek Lore Mage and Jin Gitaxias. Make him a copy of that guy. But you know, listen, Ludevic isn't a super zombie, although he was a zombie at least on the back. He wasn't super zombie tribal. Well, let's get back to the zombies with a partner pairing that counts as 2 commanders today, because I have the flu and that's what you get, dude. You get what you get and you don't get upset. Crom and Tormod, excellent Grixis zombies. Crom is just kind of here for the colors, and he's Ludevic's opus. He's calling back to that Ludevic up there, the Necrogenius. 3 blue and a red, legendary creature, zombie horror. It's a 4/4, has flying and haste. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card, dude. Has partner. Looks like a He-Man I remember you had to put together like a Lego man. You guys remember that one? Not sure if I hallucinated that, but this is not a bad card by itself. But the real meat here is Tormod the Desecrator. This guy's 3 and a black, legendary creature, zombie wizard. It's a 4/2. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Has partner. This fella just wants lots of creature recursion, creatures back to hand, and just wants to bring the ruckus. Lots of self-mill, lots of rummaging, lots of looting, and lots of big zombies to bring back to life, man. Get all your zombie lords in there. Well, take a look at this guy. You can get a damn Bladewing Deathless Tyrant, 5 black and a red, legendary creature, Dragon Skeleton. It's a 6/6 with flying and haste. Whenever this guy deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, for each creature card in your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie knight creature token with menace. This guy's not a zombie himself, which is kind of a tragedy, but this guy feeds off that self-mill zombie energy. You definitely want to pack in a Sir Conrad, dude. Pack in some red zombies. Anathemancer, 1 black and a red, creature zombie wizard. It's 2/2. When this guy enters, it deals damage to target player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls, has unearthed for 5 black and a red. You also have cards like Thraxum Mundar. He's a great reanimator target, the most metal zombie of all time. You also have Cedrus, the Traitor King. These are great to reanimate as well. It gives all those cards in your graveyard a nice unearth ability, man. You get your zombie lords and your dudes out there, you're making a mess of the damn place. Alright, moving on here. Nevinyrral Urborg Tyrant, 3 white, blue, and a black. Legendary creature, zombie wizard. It's a 3/6. Has hexproof from artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. When this guy enters, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token for each creature that died this turn. When this guy dies, you may pay 1. When you do, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. This guy, listen man, he got into some trouble for sending unsolicited disc pics to ladies in their DMs on Instagiggles. You can't send pictures of your disc like that, dude. Very low class. So this guy can be very powerful, somewhat hard to take down. You need to keep up that 1 mana. Pack in a sacrifice outlet. Like this guy, Warren Soul Trader, 2 and a black, creature zombie goblin wizard. It's a 3/3. Pay 1 life, sack another creature, create a treasure token. The living take their souls for granted. The dead know what they're worth. And this guy's already $7. or you can just pack in some carry and feeder, probably both. Lots to choose from. Sack him, pay the one, give him Undying, or slap on a Kaya's Ghost form, or, all these types of cards out there. I'm going to put a couple on the screen. There are tons of ways that can make that happen. You just want this guy popping back in. Cast a Dawn's Truce in response to his trigger. One to white for an instant, gift a card. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. If the gift was promised, permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Man, you just want to keep your board. You're in white, so think about Eerie Interlude or Semester's End. So that's 3 and a white for an instant. Exile any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of the next end step, return each of them to the battlefield under its owner's control. Each of them enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if it's a creature, additional loyalty counter if it's a planeswalker. So you want to do this whole thing at your opponent's end step, right? And you've got your zombies, you've got your tokens ready to swing, and everybody else has literally nothing except their lands. That's going to make you want to send a picture of your disc, dude. But don't do it, homie. You also have this sweet card in white, Faith's Reward. So this is 3 and a white. For an instant, return to the battlefield all permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. So you pop Nivinriel, dude, you get all your stuff right back. You get all those sweet ETB effects, all those zombie drain effects, the Gary effect, dude. You want to pack Gary into all these decks. I've won more games off of Gary than I have teeth in my face, so that's at least 4 games. Anyways, man, I gotta sign off here. I cheated a little, dude. I counted Tormod and Kram as 2, but really they are 2 sweet zombie commanders. Even sweeter if we mash them together in a partner deck. I've got a damn fever, no doubt about it. I told my job I won't be in for several months, dude. I've got the flu, probably superimposed man flu on top of that. This is worse than giving birth, my dudes, alright? That's true. My pain, no one can understand it, but they try. And that's better, Commander, dude. Nikki G, signing off.